If you're an aspiring entrepreneur with a business idea that revolves around the change you wish to see in the world, and you want to create a business that's good for you and leaves the planet better than you found it, I can help. Or if you're already a business activist and you want to take your business to the next level in terms of profitability and impact, you will see how Business Activist Breakthrough can help you get there easier and faster. Hi, I'm Amanda Neely, creator of Business Activist Breakthrough, and during our time together today, I'm going to outline how you can build a business that creates the change you wish to see in the world, and more than just a little change in your pocket. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to get there with a lot more ease. And it's all because of the step-by-step process I've developed behind Business Activist Breakthrough. If you went through Business Activist Bootcamp and you thought it was the bee's knees or the Business Activist Masterclass, just wait until you hear the full details of Business Activist Breakthrough. However, before we get into the details, let's take a step back. In order to build an activist business that lasts, you've got to understand where you're working from. So what is it about business and life that has you wanting more? And most importantly, why haven't you made the progress that you know you're capable of? Here is a fact. Old habits stop more people from getting what they want than anything else. Old habits can keep you stuck, and it happens on a subconscious level. It's hard dealing with debt and family drama and life obligations and your current workload. But worse, there are the negative thoughts and doubts that begin to creep in. And if you've ever heard yourself saying, "I don't think this is really going to work," it's okay. That's totally normal. In fact, it's rational. Check out this list of stats from smallbiztrends.com. These are for all businesses, not just activist businesses who put mission prior to profit. It's pretty scary what's in these stats, right? But with all that said, change is totally possible. There are many examples of people who, despite dealing with similar circumstances or even worse circumstances, have found a way to make the business of their dreams happen. What's the difference between the people that make it happen and the people who don't? Two things. First, personal responsibility. At the end of the day, your decisions and your commitment determine your results. Personal responsibility. And then the second thing is a support system. You can't do everything on your own. Humans are meant to function in community with others. And so those are the two critical elements for what you need to succeed: personal responsibility and a support system. Let's look at the facts. Every year, there are people just like you getting great business ideas that could make the world a much better place for all of us. In fact, there are more people today accomplishing activist entrepreneurial endeavors than ever before. With the amount of information and tools and resources that are out there, it's never been easier. Now remember, I didn't say it was easy. Old habits are never easy to change, but there's still a lot of failure, like we saw in that chart of stats. But with what we have available to us right now, it's absolutely the best time for you to make change, especially if you're committed to the change you wish to see in the world. Just think about what it would mean for that change to become a reality. How will that feel, having the know-how to build an activist business that makes real change and some dollars and some common sense? And think about being connected to others who are on the same journey as you, all committed to achieving the change they wish to see in the world through crafting their own businesses. This is the opportunity that we have today as business activist leaders, and it's the reason that I'm so passionate about this work, and it's the reason why I created Business Activist Breakthrough. So, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, but you aren't getting momentum going to build your activist business, for your business activist that isn't making the change or the dollars you want and need, or you just aren't sure where to get started with business activism, Business Activist Breakthrough is for you. I have a question for you. Do you feel appreciated and poured into in your activist entrepreneur journey? If your journey is anything like mine, I'm guessing you might feel like no one cares, or if they do care, they only care a little. What if I told you that there are plenty of people who care about you and want you to succeed? What if I told you that tapping into this network of people is the most important thing that you can do for the future of your activist business and for the future of the world? That might seem over the top and too good to be true. Stick with me. What I've got to share might just surprise you. I've been on my business activist journey for almost a decade now. What I've discovered is that there are plenty of other business activist entrepreneurs out there, but no one is bringing us together and encouraging, inspiring, empowering, equipping us to bring our awesome to the world each and every day. Partly that's because we need a leader from within. And I told myself over and over again, year after year, we need an activist entrepreneur to lead the way. We need an activist entrepreneur to lead the way. It took me a while to realize that I could do it myself. I could step out on the edge and see what happens when I try to bring others together that are, have similar passions and dreams to me. You see, I wholeheartedly believe in the power of community. My absolute favorite book of all time is about community. It's called The Different Drum: Community Making and Peace by M. Scott Peck. There is so much from that book that sticks with me, but there's one line that I find the most inspiring. In and through community lies the salvation of the world. Let me say that again. In and through community lies the salvation of the world. Think about that for a minute. There are so many reasons this is true, but for our purposes today, I want to talk about how it's true for your activist business. In and through community lies the salvation of the world. Here's something I heard back at a conference I went to in 2015. Movements begin when those who thought they were alone find out that they aren't. The world needs a movement of business activist entrepreneurs to start and grow ethical businesses that exist for a mission prior to making a profit. We need businesses that have morals and see all human beings as worthy of complete dignity and respect, not as things to be sold or to which to sell. We need businesses that do good in all areas and create value for the least among us. We can end extreme poverty in our generation, but it'll require us to be in community with each other, not silos operating independently. So, now you understand why I created Business Activist Breakthrough. Business Activist Breakthrough is first and foremost a community of business activist entrepreneurs coming together to say to one another, I care about what you are doing. I want you to succeed. And I know that as you succeed, so will I. Let's do this together. And that's why I've included a forum, a private Facebook group, so many live video sessions for us to get together, and they're only for those who join Business Activist Breakthrough. And then alongside this community, I also want to empower you with the hard-fought lessons that I've learned over the last 9+ years since Brandon and I decided to go on this business activist entrepreneur journey. I've read so many books, listened to so many podcasts, talked to so many wise people, went to so many conferences, bought too many online courses, and I actually did the work in those online courses too. So when you enroll in Business Activist Breakthrough, you don't just get a community. You get the 6-module course that distills the best of what I've learned and gives you the shortcuts I wish that I had from the beginning. The course is guaranteed to save you time and money. I'll tell you about that guarantee in a minute, but first let me outline the course for you. So right when you get in there, there's core content, all about setting a storytelling foundation. The core content is available right when you sign in and sets you off on the right foot. Your story is one of the most important assets, and we begin with helping you use it more effectively. Module 1, who and what you care about. This module is all about finding focus on and extra motivation for the change you wish in the world, and why you are the one to make that change a reality within the context of the world at large and other efforts to make the world a better place for all of us. Module 2, what you love to do. This module is all about discovering how to use your strengths and fully leverage them to build a business that you love working in and on. Module 3, starting small. This module is all about busting through whatever is holding you back from getting started or going to that next level. Module 4, growing smart. At the end of this module, you'll know how to evolve your plan as your business goes from one stage to the next, including funding each growth stage. Module 5, launching like whoa. This module is jam-packed with the details about going pro with your marketing strategy, including our acceleration tools to implement quickly. Module 6, sustaining long-term. This module is all about taking your successes and using them to overcome any future obstacles and leave a world-changing legacy. Then there are the bonuses, and I'm going to tell you more about those in a minute, but first I want to jump into more about the main information about these modules. As soon as you register for Business Activist Breakthrough, you'll be taken inside a members area, where you'll be able to immediately access the course materials starting with the core content, the storytelling foundation. Then each module will be delivered to you on a weekly basis on Mondays, starting September the 11th. And we'll have an implementation week in the middle to help you make sure that you're able to implement what we've been working on. And then I'll also be doing live sessions in our ultra private Facebook group on a weekly basis through the end of October on Thursday evenings, and I'll personally answer every single question that people submit. For the best results, we see our students dedicating 2 hours or less per week to go through the materials. Obviously, the time to implement and do the exercises will vary depending on your previous experience and your ability to implement. Implementation does take longer than most courses share when you're enrolling. But we're with you for this full journey, and you'll have lifetime access to come back to the material over and over again and implement as you're able and ready to. And you'll be supported fully with the bonuses that I'll announce in a minute, plus the opportunity to schedule individual coaching sessions with me. Now know this, the people who get the biggest benefit from Business Activist Breakthrough are those who want to start businesses because they see those businesses as the best way to create the change they wish to see in the world. People like aspiring entrepreneurs who have ideas and passion but need some direction in order to build some momentum toward creating that change. Or someone like a business activist who started but isn't seeing the expected results. If any of those circumstances are your story or similar to your story, and you want to once and for all create a business that gives you life and changes lives, Business Activist Breakthrough is for you. But before we go any further, let's take an objective look at Business Activist Breakthrough. Who will not do well with this material? Business Activist Breakthrough is not for anyone who just wants to kind of check things out. You can't kind of build an activist and impactful and revenue-generating business. Getting these types of results takes a commitment to succeed. Would you want to fly with a pilot who kind of knew how to fly, or go on a boat with a captain who kind of knew how to sail? Or would you rather have a pilot or a captain who had mastered the skills necessary to fly or to sail a ship? It sounds like a silly example, but it's a perfect analogy. Business Activist Breakthrough is for people who are committed to creating and building a business that they can lead for years to come. If the commitment with the right attitude isn't there, then this is not the right program for you, or it's not the right time to sign up for this program for you, and I ask that you please do not sign up. But for those of you that are ready to jump in and be committed to mastering business activism, I've got some really great news for how else you will be supported through this process. During this particular promotion, I've also included some extras that have been designed to make it even easier for you to implement what is shared. Because you and I know that without implementation, the results are never going to occur. And that's why I've created some carefully crafted bonuses that will help you implement faster and easier. There are 20 plus templates, checklists, and trackers to help you make sure that you're moving forward. There's also going to be a bonus seminar all about managing yourself. I call it the mirror seminar. It's about starting with the person in the mirror, and it's all about getting out of your own way in your business. Another is a seminar in partnership with my financial advisor called Preparing for Personal Wealth. If you're struggling with fear that you won't be able to build wealth and save money for retirement, and you're insecure about the amount of money it's going to take to get started, this bonus, Preparing for Personal Wealth, will give you a process for finding clarity so you can finally take calculated risk that doesn't rely on bankruptcy as an option. And my financial advisor is one of my favorite people in the whole world, so I can't wait to introduce you to him. There's also a fast action bonus, or actually 2 of them. For the first 10 people that sign up, they're going to get 5 individual coaching sessions with me. That's 5 1-hour times to chat with me personally. And then for the next 24 people that show up, we're going to do 5 small group coaching sessions in small groups of 6. So the first 10 people get that one-on-one, and then the next 24 can opt in for that small group coaching. Each of these bonuses has been intentionally designed to help you create and build your activist business even easier and even faster. They're very intentional. And the guarantee is also very intentional. I've intentionally included a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. I know that there are far too many too good to be true, fly-by-night promotions online, which can cloud your commitment to a program like this. And that's why I've included this guarantee. Try out the program. If it's not everything that I say it is, and you don't feel like I delivered, ask for a refund within 30 days of your purchase. We'll make the refund with no questions asked. Business Activist Breakthrough gets results, and it saves you time, but you do have alternatives. Let's look at a few of them. What would it cost if you were to try and learn the same information but in some other way, or similar information but in some other way? You could go get an MBA, and it would cost you anywhere from $40,000 to $100,000, and it would take a couple years to complete. You could hire a business consultant or strategist for between $175 and $294 per hour. 10 hours of their time would cost you upwards of $2,000, and you would probably need way more than 10 hours of their time. One classroom-based training that I know for entrepreneurs charges $1,500 for a one-day training with absolutely zero follow-up or individualized support after that one-day training. $1,500. And let's think about the scary option. At worst, what would it cost you if you did nothing at all? If you stayed stuck in your day job or struggling to make ends meet with your current plan? None of these options are the best. That's why we have an alternative option, Business Activist Breakthrough. This investment is $997, or you can do a 4-payment plan of $257 per month for 4 months. To make the progress you want in your life, you've got to break your old habits. The way you're going to do that is by investing in this program, and I'm going to walk you through step by step the process of creating and building a business that creates the change you wish to see in the world and a whole lot of dollars in your pocket. If you follow what I'm going to show you, you will make progress. And that's why I have such a strong 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Now, the registration period for this is going to be closing on September 6th at midnight Central Time. We do this so that we can cater to all the new students coming in. It's similar to a college class. Once the registration is complete, we close the registration September 6th at midnight, then everyone can begin the class together on September 11th, and I can make myself available to support you. If it was open all the time, it would just get so confusing and complicated trying to support people who were at, different parts of the program as they're going through. So the deadline to register is September 6th at midnight Central Time. As you look to make a decision about whether to enroll or not enroll, I want you to know this. If you're feeling overwhelmed with getting started with your business idea, or you're struggling to make ends meet and the impact that you want to see through your business, it's okay. This is totally normal. The challenging part for most of us is that we try to manage all of this in addition to all the other responsibilities that we have in our lives. Life is an ongoing competition for your time and for your attention, and that competition is one that you rarely win. But it does not have to be this way. Ask yourself this question. What is important in your life right now? What is important in your life right now? What do you want to achieve in the months ahead? What goals do you have related to your activist business that keep getting pushed to the back burner? You have an opportunity to do something about that right now, today. So please join me and the community that will form and register for Business Activist Breakthrough. You can click the button that you see on this page, and I can't wait to help you experience the thrill of building an activist business that makes an impact and creates value for you. I look forward to seeing you in the program. Keep overflowing.